Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Legends. Alright, so we have set sail for Daccat's Island here with our two parties. If you remember, we've already made it here with Aka and Fina. Now we're approaching it with Vice and Gilder, so let's do it. And if you remember, when we came here with the other two, we couldn't get very far. We ran upon a door, much like this one, so let's check it out here and see if we can do anything. This door is huge. I don't know how the two of us can open it. There's probably some sort of trick to opening it. What? What was that? Ah! What was that? Whatever it was, it just opened the door. I don't know if that's good or bad. I didn't touch anything, did you? The map said something like, when the two pieces come together. I wonder if anyone else is here. Never mind, what are the chances of that? Aka, what do you think we should do? I'm not sure how, but the door opened, and there's treasure inside. We should go. Alright, so here we are starting the inside of Daccat's Island. Now, as you might have guessed, we're going to be making our way through here with both of our parties, simultaneously actually. And you can see we've got the little device up ahead. That's actually what we're going to use to switch between our two parties, but for now, let's actually head over here first. Because there's a treasure chest with a Skywing, a new weapon for Aka. Unfortunately, like I'm pretty sure I mentioned before, this party of two is somewhat crippled in the combat department, so we're going to try to do as little fighting as possible with these two. However, the new weapon does help somewhat, so it's good to grab it. Now let's see if we can get to the door before we get into a battle. Hey, alright, looks like we made it. So, yeah, you can see we've got a door here we can't pass. Oh, great, more doors that won't open. I really don't get what Daccat was thinking when he built this place. So we can check the device over to the side, and as you can see, we'll be sort of teleported over to our other party. So, and wow, just before we got into a battle, too. But I guess if we're going to get into battles, this would probably be the party to do it with. Now, we have a couple enemies here. I'm not sure what we've seen and what we haven't. These guys are wall ranks. I think we've come across something like these before. This might be an advanced form of them. They're purple. These Syntralks here are actually really annoying because they have a super high evasion stat. They'll make you miss a lot of the time. So I usually like to go after the other ones until we build up enough SP to actually take them out with skills. So, of course, purple means we're going to be using red. One hit from both of these two should take each one of them out. Ooh, nice counter. That always helps too. The Syntralks are pretty weak overall. They, like I said, they just dodge a lot. And they can also put you to sleep, which is also somewhat annoying. Alright, well this will wake him back up, assuming it doesn't put him right back to sleep. And it did, what do you know? Alright, but the good news is, we've got some SP now, so we can use Gunslinger. The bad news is they're in a completely terrible position. I'm going to probably just do it on the Syntralk here, because he's the more annoying, really, to hit. We're going to go green will work. Oh, don't put Gilder to sleep now. Okay, well, at least he took him down, so that's good enough, even if he does get put to sleep. Hey, alright, he didn't. Now, I want to watch this animation again.
Come on. Dance for me.
I know, I normally skip the attack animations, but that one's just really fun to watch. It's really cool.
Is it over already?
Alright, so now let's continue forward with our group of the two guys here. We're going to make a right first thing, circle around to get a treasure. Now, before we open this, we're going to make sure we're healed up. This is good enough, we'll be fine. Because as you could have guessed, as is customary in at least every dungeon, at least once, we're going to be fighting Zivil and Bane. Now, since there's only two of us, he's actually pretty weak. We should be able to take him down in probably 2 turns, to be honest. I'm not going to do anything special, we're just going to attack here. And of course we missed, which is somewhat annoying, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. As you can see, even that 347 took his HP down quite a bit. The burst can still be somewhat annoying, but We've got enough HP that we can generally tank it out. Although I'm not really sure. Yeah, he can't take another one. So, I don't know. We may play it safe and have Gilder heal up. But yeah, the Cutlass Fury, as you can see, almost completely drains his HP. Gilder might have been able to take him down there, but I really don't want to lose Vice, because that would just be annoying, so... Alright, well, he would have been fine, but that's okay. Well, I guess the counter works too. So yeah, this incarnation of Zivelin Bane, you can tell they toned him down quite a bit since there's only two of us. They didn't really need to that much, but oh well, it's fine. And we got a Piranha seed out of that as well. And a Soul Crystal inside the chest. Again, like I said before, all the items he's guarding are just merchant fodder, so... Alright, so let's use this Piranha seed, increase his power by 3. I guess we give that device. He's kind of overflowing with power as it is, but... always, you know, it's always good to have a little bit more. Alright, so we make our way on this corner, and you can see there's sort of a lever here we can pull. A lever? I wonder what it's for. And once we do that, you can see it's actually going to open the door over on Aka and Fina's side. Yeah, they're going to be interacting with each other a lot without really knowing it. We're going to, pretty much anytime you come across a dead end, you're going to be opening it with the other party. Alright, I think we have another new type of enemy here. The Baraka, I'm pretty sure we've seen before. And there's, of course, the wall rings. Now, the Barus, I think, are new. But they're pretty simple. They're kind of more advanced forms of, I think they were the Basilisk that we saw back in the Valua sewers. There might have been another intermediate form, but I don't remember. They're super easy, so, you know, it really shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's see, we're going to switch over to red. There it is. Take out this guy. And we're going to switch over to, he's already on purple, so that's fine, on the Baraka. Now, if you remember, I think I mentioned this when we fought their species the first time, but those little shell enemies actually take, like, they're super weak against what they're weak against and super strong against what they're strong against. It's kind of, I don't know, it's probably more than doubled, to be honest, but either way. So just make sure you're using the correct elements there. Now, these two should go down without any trouble. Might even run away. Oh, and actually attack. They run away a lot. And it probably would have been smarter for them to run away, but... Alright, so now let's get back to it. We're pretty much done with Vice and Gilder on this little section. As you can see, we got another dead end, so we're going to have to switch back over. Alright, so now we got kind of a four-way split here. Take either one of the two side directions first. And this is going to be a lever we can pull, which again, it's going to open the door for Vice and Gilder. And then when we go back and take the other path, we'll see right about here, we're going to run into a Sacres Crystal. There is a chest there. I didn't swing the camera around, but yep, there it is. So now let's quickly, there we go, stand on the plate and switch over. I'm telling you, I hate getting into battles with Aka and Fina here, so I like getting theirs done as quick as I can. So yeah, generally this place actually isn't that tough to get around. You can pretty much see how it works. If there's a side path, take it, otherwise go straight forward. If you can't go any further, then either switch or something will happen. So it's relatively straightforward. I mean, I think it had the potential to have a lot of like really complicated puzzles. But as it is, you pretty much just keep going until you can't do more, you know, and then you switch. So it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so here we're actually going to encounter sort of another type of puzzle. First, though, we want to definitely make sure to get this chest with two maiden armors inside. It's like they knew that the two women were going to be opening this. So, of course, the maiden's armor is an upgrade. We're definitely going to take that. And Fina can also wear it. We're going to get rid of that old female armor. And there we go. So let's head back. You can probably guess we're going to be doing something with these stairs, because as you can see, there's sort of a path and more stuff up there. So for now, though, we can't really do anything, so let's just switch. Alright, so now with Vice, this is where we're going to actually be moving some things around. We're going to rotate this handle here, which will rotate the steps. I think this is supposed to mean that Aka and Fina are actually directly above where Vice and Gilder are, which is a little strange when you think about maybe that they entered on opposite sides, but it could have been that they kind of entered like sort of side by side. I don't know, but it's kind of hard to get the general layout, but it is assumed, I believe, that you can see there's kind of more stuff up there. I think this is the path that Aka and Fina are taking, so. Alright, so as you can see, revolving the stairs has caused us to be able to access this path up here, open this chest with some magic dew, and got a little pressure plate with a switch mechanism. Then we switch back to Vice. We can rotate a couple more times in order to let him continue on. You can probably see from that camera angle, he's got more stuff down there, so we're going to have to rotate it twice in order to make the stairs go down. We do that, and then we can make a left turn to this chest, get some Daccat's armor, and we're going to be putting that on Vice, of course. Alright, and then we step on the plate and we're good to go. We will be encountering the stairs again further along, but again, they're still really not that tough. The second stair puzzle is actually like the final puzzle kind of in this place, and it is a little bit more complex, but it's still not too bad. Alright, so here we've got kind of a couple ways to go. It's mostly linear, but first we want to take a right here, grab the vital seed in that chest. We're actually going to go ahead and use that, because that's the one that raises max HP, which of course Fina is in need of. She's still the lowest in the bunch. Alright, so then after that we can make our way over here. There's a cham on this platform. Now the path to our right will lead us forward, so let's go ahead and take the forward one instead. Alright, we actually have a new enemy here, and I guess that means we're going to be forced to sit through a battle with Aka and Fina. We have the Feralisk. I'm not sure if we've seen this guy before, but we have seen his species. He's still relatively weak, though, and of course the Bruise, so we actually got set up pretty well with this enemy bunch. So red will work on this guy, and actually we're going to switch over to purple with Fina. With the element difference, Fina can actually do somewhat decent damage, especially against those things. I mean, she can take them down with one hit. As you can see, down goes the Feralisk as well. Like I said, they're still pretty weak.
Over there.
And she even took that out while it was guarding, which I think is rather impressive. Granted, it doesn't have a lot of HP, but, you know, still. Oh, and that one ran away. So there you go. We were just kind of lucky we didn't really get too many stronger enemies, otherwise this battle would have been drawn out and somewhat annoying. Okay, so let's continue on down our path here. We got a chest at the end with a moonberry. Cool. Alright, so now we can take this path down onto yet another pressure plate, switch over to Vice. Alright, and for some reason, whenever you switch back, this door is closed, which may kind of freak you out, but you can actually just walk up to it and check it and it'll open again. I don't know why it does that, but it just does, so we just have to live with it. Now we got a couple different ways we can go here. We can check this chest for 2 rising crystals, and head back over here. And as you can probably hear, we got a moonfish. He's pretty much just straight up. I'm a little too close, though. I can't quite reach him. There we go. Alright, then open the chest for yet another moonberry. Awesome. Alright, so now we're going to head around to the other half. And we can round this corner here to get to another chest. This one's got an Electrum box, which is probably never going to be used, but I guess worth picking up anyway. Alright, and as you can see, this is going to be the way forward, so let's step on the pressure plate. And the door will open again. It's, again, like I said, it's been pretty straightforward. I mean, it's super hard to get lost here. Alright, so now with Aka, we're going to... this is actually the second of the stair puzzles you can see. This is a somewhat more complex room. You can even see multiple switch mechanisms, so really this is kind of the main puzzle of the place. And before we take it on, actually, I think this might be a good place to stop. You know, this seems like a logical place to start up next time, so... yep, next time we will finish making our way through Daccat's Island and see if we can find the treasure and maybe reunite. You know, we've been waiting to do that for a while, so... Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.